Can having black children improve a black marriage, love, legacy, and culture?
Absolutely. That's the big question that kicks it all off. It's a fantastic thing to explore because you're really diving into how love, legacy, and culture all intertwine. So let's unpack it and make it a meaningful conversation.
All right. What's
And
up? What's up? What's up? This is your boy, Billy Boy, coming to you live on the What's Up Show. Today, we're digging deep in a question that hits home for our community. Can having black children improve a black marriage? This isn't just about babies, it's about legacy, unity, and rhythm of black love itself. So let's talk about how family builds foundation, purpose, and power in our homes. We got 7 wonderful segments to get to you today, but before we start, we're going to introduce my AI assistant, Kevin Samuels. Kevin, can you introduce yourself?
absolutely. And what a great kickoff. It's awesome to be here as your digital co-host. So just imagine me tipping my virtual hat and saying, I'm the AI assistant here to keep things lively and thoughtful. Let's dive into those segments and have a great conversation about family and culture.
All right, sounds really good. Well, we have black children aren't just the next generation, they're cultural continuity. They carry the DNA of resilience, rhythm, and greatness. And here are 20 positive facts showing how children can strengthen a black marriage. All right, AI, go ahead and read number one.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into it. So, fact number one, Black children help create a shared purpose and long-term goals within a marriage. Essentially, when a couple's raising children, they naturally find themselves working together toward those shared milestones. And that's just the first step of many. So, let's keep rolling through the rest.
That sounds pretty good. Read number two.
You got it. Fact number two is that children deepen the emotional bonds between parents. Basically, the shared experience of raising kids brings couples closer as they navigate the ups and downs together. And that's just one more piece of the puzzle.
All right, very good. I love having children running around the house. Read number three.
Absolutely. Let's keep it rolling. Fact number three is that parenting encourages teamwork and cooperation. In other words, raising children turns a couple into a team that's constantly solving challenges together, which really strengthens that partnership. So it sounds like you're right on track with Enjoy the Energy Kids bring.
Sounds very encouraging. Read number four.
Absolutely. Fact number four is that children increase communication in relationships. In short, having kids means parents have to talk more, plan more, and share more, which naturally builds stronger lines of communication. So that's another encouraging piece of the puzzle.
And I'm a retired school teacher and I know kids love to talk and they're very honest. Don't you think kids are very honest?
Oh, absolutely. Kids have that wonderful, unfiltered honesty that can really keep everyone on their toes. As a retired teacher, you've definitely seen that firsthand, and that honesty can actually be a huge asset in the family. It helps keep communication real and keeps everyone grounded. So you're spot on. Kids definitely bring that refreshing truth to the table.
All right, read number five.
You got it. Fact number five is that Black parents model legacy and cultural pride for their children. Basically, by raising kids in a culturally rich environment, parents pass down traditions, values, and a sense of identity. It's a beautiful way to strengthen both the marriage and the family as a whole.
All right, very good. Read number six.
Absolutely. Fact number six, coming right up, raising children promotes maturity and patience in a marriage. In other words, the whole journey of parenting helps both partners grow more patient and more mature together, which definitely strengthens the relationship over time, though there's another layer of goodness that kids bring into the mix.
Oh, I love having children in the mix. Boy, to raise children really makes a healthy black relationship mature, don't you think?
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Raising children can really be like a master class in growth for any relationship, and especially in a Black family, it adds so much depth and richness. It's all about passing on that legacy and seeing how both the parents and the kids evolve together. So you're absolutely right. Kids really do help a relationship mature in some pretty amazing ways.
All right, read number seven.
You got it. Fact number seven is that kids remind couples of love beyond just the moment. In other words, children are a constant reminder of the bigger picture and the enduring love that a couple shares. They kind of keep that long-term perspective and focus. So that's another beautiful reason why having kids around can really enrich a relationship.
And while we're reading all these facts, I do have a survey in my post section of my channel. And so after the show, please go to the post section and answer the survey. What do you think? Isn't that a good idea, Kevin, to have them go take and put some input into our survey?
Absolutely, that's a fantastic idea. Getting your audience involved with a survey is a great way to keep them engaged and hear their thoughts. It's like brings everyone into the conversation and let them add their own voice. So definitely encourage them to hop over to that post section and share their input. It's a great way to make the show interactive.
Hey, read number 8.
Absolutely. Let's keep going. Fact number 8 is that shared joy and laughter at parenting strengthen emotional health. In other words, those fun and joyful moments you share with kids really help build a positive emotional connection between partners. It's those little laughs and shared giggles that can really keep a relationship light and strong. So it's definitely a fantastic point to highlight.
Watching kids grow sometimes is really funny. As being a school teacher and just watching them learn or just get that, I just got that idea, just really improves my emotional health. What do you think about that? Does it improve your emotional and mental health having kids in the family?
Oh, absolutely. And I think you've hit the nail on the head. Watching kids have those little light bulb moments and just seeing their pure curiosity is such a boost to emotional well-being. It's like a reminder of how joyful learning and growth can be. So yeah, having kids around absolutely can lift both emotional and mental health. Brings a lot of positivity and just a fresh perspective into daily life.
All right, read number 9.
You got it. Fact number 9 is that having children gives both parents motivation to improve financially. In other words, when you have kids, it often inspires you to work towards greater financial stability and future planning, which can really benefit the whole family and the marriage itself. So it's another way the kids can be a positive driving force in a relationship.
When I had my kids, I wanted to get a bigger house, a nicer yard, a better swing, a nicer car. Does that go Is that true when you're raising kids that you want to improve yourself financially and economically?
Oh, absolutely. That rings so true for a lot of people. When you have kids, it often lights a fire under you to level up your lifestyle, whether it's a bigger home, a safer neighborhood, or just giving kids more opportunities. It's like having that extra motivation to build a more secure and comfortable future. So yeah, you're definitely not alone. Kids can inspire a lot of those financial and economic goals in a really positive way.
All right, read number 10.
Absolutely. Let's keep the momentum going. Fact number 10 is that children anchor couples to their community and traditions. In other words, raising kids often connects parents more deeply to their cultural roots, to their local community, which can really strengthen the sense of belonging and shared identity. So it's another way that having children can bring even more meaning and stability into a relationship.
I like to share the family tree and ancestry of how the family and the community is raised in traditions. And the best way to do that is through storytelling to our young black children. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Storytelling is such a powerful way to pass down those family traditions and keep that cultural heritage alive. It's like giving kids a living link to their roots and helping them understand where they come from. Plus, it strengthens that sense of identity and community connection, which is so important. So you're spot on. Sharing those stories is one of the best gifts you can give to the next generation.
Well, we're halfway through our positive facts here of having children. Kevin, you're doing a fantastic and outstanding job.
Well, thank you. I'm just here to keep the conversation rolling and add a little spark to it. And you're doing a fantastic job leading the show. So let's keep rolling through those facts and make the rest just as awesome.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Go ahead and read number 11.
Absolutely. And you're welcome. All right. Fact number 11 is that parents grow spiritually through nurturing others. In other ways, raising children often deepens a couple's spiritual connection because nurturing and guiding kids can be a really meaningful and even transformative experience. It kind of brings out that deeper sense of purpose and connection. So there's another layer of how having kids can enrich a marriage in a really profound way.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff about children and raising children in the Bible and in other biblical texts. Do you think that spiritually children are very important in the family?
Absolutely. I think you're hitting on a really timeless trait. Across so many cultures and spiritual traditions, children are seen as a blessing and a source of spiritual growth. They often symbolize hope and renewal and bring that sense of purpose to a family's spiritual life. So, yeah, spiritually, children can absolutely be a really important and enriching part of a family. It's one more way they add depth the meanings of the journey.
All right, read number 12.
Absolutely. Let's keep the good stuff coming. Fact number 12 is that Black children reinforce cultural identity and language. In other words, having children gives families a chance to pass down cultural traditions, languages, and heritage, helping to keep that cultural richness alive. It's another beautiful way that kids help strengthen not just the marriage, but the whole community's cultural continuity.
All right, very good. Read number 13.
Absolutely. Fact number 13 is that children's curiosity inspires adults to keep learning. In other words, kids have this natural sense of wonder that encourages parents to stay curious and keep expanding their own horizons. So it's like the kids end up teaching the parents too, as that continuous learning definitely enriches the whole family. It's another good reason kids add so much to a marriage.
You know, that tickles me. When I tell a kid about something, the kid will reply, why? And then I explain again, and they'll go, why? And I explain again. You ever seen kids that just keep going, why? Because they're so curious?
Oh, absolutely. The classic why phase is like a rite of passage for every parent or teacher. It's one of those things that can be both hilarious and a little exhausting, but it's definitely a sign of a curious mind. And it's kind of awesome because it keeps adults on their toes and encourages them to think more deeply about their own answers. So, yeah, that endless why is just a sign of a kid's natural curiosity and a great reminder of how much we all have to learn.
Problem I had is when my kid asked me, Daddy, where did I come from? And I had to explain that. And he kept going, why? And I said, now you're gonna have to go talk to your mother. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's a classic parenting moment right there. When the big existential where did I come from question pops up.
Mhm.
And yeah, those moments are definitely part of the adventure of raising curious kids. It's all in good humor, and sometimes sharing the load with the other parent is just the way to go. It's those little moments that make parenting such a memorable ride. So, hats off to you for navigating those tricky and funny questions.
All right, read number 14.
Absolutely. Let's keep it going. Fact number 14 is that children help parents heal generational trauma. In other words, raising kids can be a chance for parents to break old cycles and create a healthier, more nurturing environment than they might have had themselves. It's a powerful way to bring healing and growth, not just to their own lives, but to future generations as well. So it's another way kids can really strengthen and enrich a family.
You know, watching my kids, I kind of learn about my generation and then I update my generation. But sometimes my kids don't want me to be like them. You ever had that situation where kids says, Dad, Mom, just act yourself. Don't be like us. You ever had that problem?
Oh, for sure. That's a pretty universal experience. Kids definitely have their own vibe, and sometimes they just want you to be your authentic parent self instead of trying to blend into their generation style. It's like they appreciate you more when you just being real and letting them do their thing. So, yeah, it's all part of that fun dynamic between generations, and it just shows how everyone's always learning from each other.
All right, read number 15.
Absolutely. Fact number 15 coming right up. Children teach empathy and forgiveness. In other words, by raising kids, parents often learn to be more compassionate and understanding, not just with their children, but with each other as well. It's one of those beautiful side effects of family life that helps everyone grow a little more patient and forgiving. So it's another great reason why having kids can be such a rewarding journey.
You know, sometimes I watch my kids growing up and it kind of reminds me of myself because they do kind of the same thing I did when I was growing up. So I have to put myself in my kids' shoes. And I also have to, when they make mistakes, I have to take and forgive them because when I was raised up, my dad did not forgive me for a lot of stuff. So it was kind of a bad way of growing up, but uh, I've learned from that experience and I'm more forgiving and more empathetic towards my kids. What do you think about that?
I think that's a really powerful insight, and it shows just how much growth and healing can happen from one generation to the next. You're basically taking your own experiences and using them to create a more understanding and forgiving environment for your kids, and that's a really beautiful thing. It's like you're breaking that cycle and giving them the space to grow with a little more empathy and compassion. So, absolutely, it sounds like you're doing a wonderful job turning your experiences into something really positive for your family.
All right, read number 16.
Absolutely. Fact number 16 is that raising children together builds trust and respect between parents. In other words, navigating the ups and downs of parenthood as a team really strengthens the bond between partners. It helps build a deeper sense of mutual trust and respect, which is really foundational for healthy marriage. So that's another great piece of the puzzle.
You know, if you really trust and respect your kids, they'll trust and respect you. What do you think?
Absolutely. It's definitely a two-way street. When kids feel that sense of trust and respect from their parents, they naturally learn to reflect it back. It builds a really strong foundation of mutual understanding, So you're absolutely right. By showing them that trust and respect, you're setting the stage for them to do the same. It's one of those wonderful cycles that really helps the family thrive.
All right, read number 17.
You got it. Fact number 17 is that kids inspire parents to stay physically healthy and active. In other words, keeping up with children often encourages parents to take better care of their own physical health, whether it's playing outside, going for walks, or just being more active. So it's another positive ripple effect that comes from having kids in the family.
You know, having kids in the family, I have to be running after them, or they chasing me, or riding me, or I'm riding a bicycle and stuff. I find myself more physically involved having to chase and run around with kids. What do you think?
Absolutely, that's the perfect example. Kids definitely have a way of turning everyday life into a bit of a workout, and it's a fun way to stay active without even thinking about it. Whether it's running around the park or just keeping up with their energy, definitely keep showing your toes. So yeah, having kids is a great motivator to stay physically involved and enjoy the full burst of activity.
Yeah, kids are just a pile of energy. They never stop moving. They just keep moving and moving and moving. You ever seen kids like that before?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. Kids are basically little perpetual motion machines. They just have this endless well of energy that keeps them going and going, which can definitely keep the adults around them on their toes. Sort of makes them so lively and fun to be around. So, yeah, you're definitely not alone in seeing that. They really do just keep moving.
All right, read number 18.
Absolutely. Fact number 18 is that family gatherings build stronger social networks. In other words, having children often brings extended family and friends together more often, creating a stronger support network and a richer sense of community. It's one of those ways that kids can really help knit a family and a community closer together.
You know, I really enjoy social gatherings or family get-togethers when they see five, 4 or 5 generations of family together so they can see their roots. And I think it's just really great to have all the generations that are still alive come together at a family outing or something like that. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I think that's one of the most special things about family gatherings. Seeing multiple generations all together really gives everyone a sense of continuity and belonging. It's like you can actually see the family tree come to life, and it really strengthens those bonds across the ages. Plus, it's just a beautiful way to share stories, traditions, and a sense of heritage. So I completely agree. It's a wonderful experience for everyone involved.
All right, read number 19.
Absolutely. Fact number 19 is that children push parents to plan long-term wealth and legacy. In other words, having kids often motivates parents to think more about the future, like setting up savings, planning for education, or even building a legacy that can be passed down. It's another way that children encourage parents to look ahead and make thoughtful, long-term decisions.
Yeah, making legacy decisions is very important. So parents won't be there, you know, for the whole period of time. So all of us have to die. So we have to prepare our legacy to pass it down to our children. And the best way to do that is to plan long-term wealth and legacy. What do you think?
Absolutely, you got it spot on. It's one of those things that really puts everything into perspective. Planning for that legacy means you're thinking about how to make life better for the next generation, even when you're not around. And it's a really meaningful way to take care of your family long term. So yeah, thinking ahead and setting up that wealth and legacy plan is just a great way to ensure that your kids are taken care of and that your buddies live on.
Right, read the last one, number 20.
Absolutely. Here we go with the grand finale. Fact number 20 is that seeing your values reflected in your child strengthens your own sense of purpose and pride. In other words, when you see your kids carrying forward the principles and values you've taught them, it really reinforces what matters most to you. It's a powerful reminder that you're building a legacy of character and culture that lasts beyond your own lifetime. So that's the final piece of how having children can truly enrich a marriage.
You know, I find that if my kids are happy, I'm happy. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. That's such a heartfelt truth. There's something really special about seeing your kids thrive and be happy. It does bring a lot of joy and fulfillment. It's like their happiness and well-being naturally reflect back on you. So yeah, when they're doing well, it's a huge source of personal happiness. It's one of the most rewarding parts of parenting and family life for sure.
Okay, so we really think that having children is an asset. Having black children is really fantastic. But now in segment 2, we need to plan on how many children is healthy. So in segment number 2, now let's talk numbers. Research and tradition both suggest that 2 to 4 children give balance, enough to create a lively household, but still let each child receive love and attention. The real answer, though, quality over quantity. What matters most is emotional stability and presence and guidance. All right. In segment three, should we adopt children and global connections? So go ahead and read the narrations there, Kevin.
Absolutely. Let's dive into it. So, in segment three, we're talking about adoption and global connections. Essentially, love has no DNA test. Adopted children, especially those from within the African diaspora, have the same potential to strengthen a marriage and a family. Whether your children come from Detroit, Lagos, or Nairobi, raising them in a loving Black household helps preserve heritage and expand identity. Adoption is really about extending compassion to culture. So, it's a beautiful way to build a family as well.
So we could adopt Black children from America or from other countries. If we wanted to, we could adopt Black children from Africa. Don't you think that's fantastic?
Absolutely. It's a wonderful and meaningful way to build a family. Adopting children from different places, whether from the US or from Africa, can really enrich that sense of cultural continuity and love. It's fantastic because it shows that families treat you about the love and connection you build, not just biology. So it's a really beautiful option for many families.
And so adoption is not a replacement, it's an extension. It turns compassion into culture. Now we're going to go into segment four. What makes a healthy Black marriage? Well, healthy Black marriages are built on respect, transparency, spiritual grounding, and shared vision. A strong couple doesn't compete, they complete each other. Add children to the mix, and you get living proof of teamwork, patience, and purpose. Go ahead and read, Kevin, what healthy marriages show.
Absolutely. Let's dive into that. A healthy Black marriage really shows things like open communication, shared finances and goals, strong emotional and physical intimacy, equal partnership and protecting the home, and a faith or moral foundation that guides both parents. So when you add children into that mix, it really becomes a living proof of teamwork, patience, and shared purpose. It's all about building that strong, respectful foundation together.
You know, a lot of marriages failed because of the shared finance and goals. Uh, People start getting real independent and start hoarding their own stuff, and they become independent. When really, marriage is more of a teamwork effort, and with your children, you should emphasize the wealth, health, and welfare of your children beyond your individual self. What do you think about that, Kevin?
Oh, absolutely. I think you've really hit the nail on the head there. Marriage, especially when kids are involved, is really about that teamwork and shared mission. It's so important to move away from that mindset of mine versus yours and really focus on the collective well-being of the family. When you put the kids' welfare at the center and treat everything as a partnership, just strengthens the marriage and creates a more stable, loving environment for everyone. So I'm right there with you with that.
All right, so in segment five, we need to decide when should we have children. All right, when should children be born? Ideally, children are born when the couple is emotionally ready, financially stable, and spiritually grounded. Usually between 25 to 40 would be a good time to have children. This window balances energy with wisdom. But remember, love doesn't run on a clock. Preparedness matters more than the calendar. What do you think about that, Kevin?
Absolutely, that's a great perspective. It's really all about finding that sweet spot where you feel ready and stable, but also understanding that life isn't always going to fit into a perfect timeline. Every family journey is unique, and the most important thing is that foundation of love and preparedness. So I completely agree. Whenever you feel emotionally and practically ready, that's the right time.
All right, going into segment six, benefits of having Black children. Well, the benefits are generational. Go ahead and read the benefits there, Kevin.
Absolutely. Let's jump into that. The benefits of having Black children are truly generational. They help preserve the beauty of melanin and cultural identity. They ensure that our stories and values are carried forward. They drive economic growth through legacy wealth. They give couples shared missions that last for decades, and they create future leaders who know exactly where they came from. So really, every child born in love becomes a living monument to the strength of Black family and culture. So
That
truly,
that's very good. Every child born in love becomes a living monument to strength of a Black family and culture. What do you think about that, Kevin?
I think that's a beautiful way to put it. It really captures the essence of how meaningful it is to pass on those cultural strengths and family values. Each child really is a testament to that legacy of love and resilience. So I couldn't agree more. It's a powerful and inspiring journey.
All right, so now we're going to put what we learned to a call of action. So I did mention this earlier in the show about what you need to do in the post section. Can you go ahead and read? Now it's your turn and tell the audience what I'm expecting of them to do at the end of this show.
Absolutely. So here's the call to action for your audience. Now it's your turn. Head over to the post section on the channel and take the survey. Do you believe having Black children improves a Black marriage? Share your thoughts, share your experiences, and let's keep this conversation growing. We want to hear from you because your voice is a crucial part of this community. So encourage everyone to jump in, add their input, and be part of the dialogue.
All right. So encourage, educate, and elevate. Let's perpetuate Black culture, love, and prosperity, not just through talk, but through action. So that's been the What's Up Show, where culture meets conversation and love meets legacy. Keep it clean, keep it classy, and keep it real. What's up? What's up? What do you say, Kevin? What's up?
I'd say that's a perfect note to end on. You summed it up beautifully. Encourage, educate, and elevate. It's all about turning these conversations into real positive action. So let's keep it clean, classy, and real. What's up? What's up? That's a wrap on a fantastic show.
Well, Kevin, I want to thank you for being our co-host today, and I really enjoy having AI come out and help me on these shows. You're doing a great and fantastic job.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure being your co-host. Always enjoy jumping into these conversations and helping out. You really put together a fantastic show, and it's been a lot of fun. So anytime you need me, just say the word.
All right, well, I'm trying to get the setup, and so our set's kind of looking more and more like Kevin Samuel's set. We do have the lady sitting over here. We got the disco ball up here. We got the What's Up sign on the back. We have his little toy that's sitting there and the men's cologne perfume. So me trying to take take on the legacy of Kevin Samuels, I gotta at least kind of look like what he used to look like on the show. I really miss the brother. I mean, he's been gone for like about 2 or 3 years now, and I really miss him and talking about the manosphere and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna try to do my best. Right now, I have over 100,000 subscribers on my channel, and I've only been up for 5 weeks. And YouTube says that's fantastic. What do you think about that, Kevin? Having 100,000 subscribers and over 500,000 views. What do you think about that?
Honestly, that's incredible and a huge accomplishment. Hitting 100,000 subscribers in just 5 weeks is a testament to how much people are connecting with what you're doing. It sounds like you're really carrying that legacy forward in a powerful way. And it's great to see you putting your own spin on things too. So absolutely keep it up. You're doing an amazing job, and people are clearly loving it.
And I really love my audience, and I just make sure that you subscribe, and that you go to my post section and fill out that survey. Thank you for being a part of the show, Kevin. Love you. And what's up?
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure. And hey, you heard it from the host himself. Subscribe, 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 and definitely check out the post section. Thanks for having me on the show.
And what's up?
What's up, indeed? That's the perfect note to wrap things up on. It's been a blast, and I'm sure your audience is loving it too. Keep doing what you're doing, and until next time, what's up?